All right, everybody, welcome back to the Heath Barn. I want to thank everybody very much for listening. This episode was a lot of fun. It is a favorite Christmas movie list with special guests. My sister Kitty and her husband, my brother-in-law Chad, came in to help us out with this one. The episode starts off with some stories. We talk about they just recently celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary, so we talk about that some. They also tell a story about why their wedding only lasted 5 minutes. That's a very fun story. And then we get into some other stuff, small talk, just kind of all over the place. Rodents come into the mix for a little bit, so we talk about them. But it was a lot of fun. Then we get into we go around, the four of us, my wife and I, Kit and Chad, and we talk about some of our favorite Christmas movies, and we talk about them. And we throw in a couple stinkers, too, that we don't think are as good. But a lot of fun conversation, fun stories. I want to thank them a lot for coming in. They did a great job. So thank you for listening. Enjoyed the episode. And welcome to the Heath Barn. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Heath Barn. It's always so awkward when I say that when different people are in here. Because it's like, whatever. But we got 4 people in here. I have my wife, Mandy. Go ahead and speak. Okay, there we go. And my sister, Kitty, who's been here before. And her husband, my brother-in-law, Chad. It's Chad's first time in here, so you guys can say hello if you want, whatever. Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
We've already been yapping for half hour, 45 minutes, so.
Let's get loosened up.
Yeah. Trying to think anything we were talking about before that we could rehash.
Well, we need to bring up their...
Yeah, that's true.
About the poster.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
But we were going to bring up, though, you guys just had your 30th wedding anniversary.
We did.
When was that?
The 27th of November.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this whole pod's going to be about you guys talking about your ups and downs.
Highs and lows.
Peaks and valleys.
Total bliss. 30 years plus.
Yes.
How long is the recording?
It can be how many parts? It can be a...
We can have a 12-parter.
Yeah, that's right. Saves me a hell of a lot of time to having to...
That's right.
I'm going to need a notebook.
Did you guys... where'd you guys go? Did you go anywhere or no?
We did not. We ended up going to Terre Haute to get stuff at Menards, and then I think we went to Chick-fil-A, I think, for lunch. Yeah,
good.
I did take vacation. We were gonna probably go somewhere, but then Nate was born, and so I was like, well, I don't know that I want to
Right.
be gone.
Blame you.
Yeah.
I might get a chance to see him. I would hate to be not around.
Can't be gone for 3 days without him.
Right, and then
And we talked about him last time you were on. Like
Yes.
he was born. It's going to be super easy for us to remember his
yes
birthday and how old he is and all that stuff because he was born. His
Yep.
birthday is this one day after.
after Steve.
Where are we at? 2 minutes 10 seconds.
There it is.
Before he
Stevie.
brought him up. Yeah, but
Hey. These are live.
shit.
It's got to revolve around something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But whenever we can tell him. Do you remember what was going on with me the day you guys got
Oh
married?
hell yeah! You had a ball game.
Yeah, you can tell that. So that's
Yeah.
I just thought of that. That
Yeah.
wasn't something planned,
You had a Thanksgiving tournament because we chose to get married the Saturday after Thanksgiving because Mom said, well, if you pick the Saturday after Thanksgiving, family will already be in town most likely, so it might be easier for people. But we're like, well, Stevie's got a ball game, and of course, we're not gonna.
And that's that's
didn't go.
to people that's like what I was called.
Yeah, Stevie. Yes.
Yes,
He's always been
so-
Stevie to his siblings.
Yeah.
But so what we did was we had a ceremony that lasted about 5 minutes because it was legit 5 minutes, and Stevie had you were an usher,
Yeah.
and Jeff Beals was there at the wedding, And so,
And he was the assistant coach.
yes.
Yeah.
So as soon as you were done,
All the bills were there.
you left
Yeah.
and had your ball game, and the minister even announced after our ceremony, anyone going to the ball game, please come back to the reception afterwards. So yeah, that's what
funny.
we did.
Did you go back to the reception afterward?
If that would have been like my junior or senior year, it may not have been that big a deal, but that was my sophomore year, and I just got that spot. And I'm like, I'm not losing my effing spot. Like, you're not starting Jeremy Johnson over me, damn it. I'm getting my ass to the game before they get me, like,
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah.
JJ,
yeah.
that,
yeah, that was.
That's when, but that's right when that was first start all going on. I'm like, man, I can't,
Yeah.
because Chandler was. I remember the coach being like, well, if you don't get there in time, it's okay, whatever. I'm just like, no, because
Not a risk
you
it.
may do that and not ever look back. Like I'm going to get there on time.
Yep.
And Jeff, hell, I remember me and Jeff in Danville passing the bus,
beat the bus there.
beat the bus there.
That's good.
Yeah.
We didn't. Yeah, it didn't bother us.
No, that's what we did. I had,
Yeah.
we played, Chad played, you played. That's what he did. So we didn't care
Your
about having a big fancy
yeah,
long wedding.
Your high school career, I think that was the only game I missed.
Yeah. We didn't go to that game.
Your dad missed one other game and he was sick, and that was the Paris game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only 2 games your old man missed.
Which games did he miss?
His Paris game, he was sick. Paris game, your senior year, he was sick. He had appendicitis or something.
No.
Something.
Freshman year. I remember like
He missed that.
I don't remember him missing senior year because I remember my senior year is like he was like what did he say? He said something like with Gary and Linda, are
Right.
close friends. Anyway, Gary and Linda, they had a boy same age as me, and he played for Paris. And Dad always said like junior year, that didn't bother Linda too much because you guys are really good. Like senior year, it's like I think that one got her a little because they were probably better than us, but and then I
Yeah.
had 35,
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine. But yeah,
But yeah,
He didn't miss me.
I do remember him having appendicitis,
He
but
did.
I don't remember how old I
He
was.
had appendicitis once, and then he had his gallbladder taken out. He missed one of them.
Tell me,
I
it looked
think
like a road map.
the
time he-
gallbladder he had out when I graduated from high school. He missed my high school graduation because of, I think, the gallbladder. Oh, it's weird how that.
Yes, now it's like not that big a deal.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like it's
Back
kinda-
then it was hell. You'd lay up for.
Well, yeah, he didn't have laparoscopic. He had
I
the
did
big
have
one.
laparoscopy, so
Yeah.
yes, it was,
Yeah, he had the big one.
was not down very long.
Yeah.
And I remember John Barrett telling me, he's like, no, it's gonna be okay, but that's a pretty big surgery. He's
Big
I
guy,
know.
big guy, big surgery.
That's right. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
but I remember sitting at the reception and sitting at the bar at the reception, and of course the kid's out dancing with everybody, and I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting next to him, and he looked at me and said, "Pete, what do you think's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know." I was there though, instead of doing this.
Thanks.
Is that when we played man? That's when we played manual. Then we played somebody that last game we won. I can't remember,
I
but
can't remember
Yeah.
either. It's all kind of a blur.
yeah.
I remember one game.
I think I remember the manual game.
Did you beat Prairie Central? You made like a last second shot and beat
Yeah,
Prairie
that was-
Central. I remember
That
that
was
one
our
year.
junior year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
there
good.
were a lot of games. We've been to a lot of games.
A lot of ball.
Yep.
I think that's why we're so crotchety with when things change.
Yeah, there were some. Yeah,
I love it.
we may have to cut. So
I know. I'm not getting on that friggin' rant. That's for sure.
Oh, that's a 12-parter.
That's not going to do
Just
anybody any
for
good to hear me
facts.
say anything.
oh my.
But
Yeah.
Brutal.
yeah, but so they've been married 30 years.
Yep.
New grandbaby,
Yep,
and you just showed us a video of him.
I did.
I do think. So he'd be what? He'd be like two and a half.
He just
into
went for
September
his
is what-
2-month checkup.
Yeah, 2 months. Yeah. Jeez.
So sweet.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
It's a whole different. It's a whole different thing. I don't know. When you guys make fun of like how much you mention little Stevie, I have to figure out what the Kathy Lee equivalent is for a grandma.
For a grand.
Look out, Stevie has kids. I mean, nuts. I can't even. That's
Yeah,
a
I can
whole
tell
nother.
you. Yeah, I can tell you
It's
that it is.
Well, it's just like when your brother was on here. He's just like, it's like you're watching your kid be a dad. So it's
right.
it's a whole nother level of layer of stuff and
It's
be
a
like,
whole other layer of
good
proud.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a woman ask me when he was first born. So what do you? what do you? How do you describe it? And I said, it's almost indescribable, but almost to the point where it's the same pride and love you had when your kids were born, but you were too young and scared to realize it.
That
Right.
that
Yeah.
wisdom and all the things that come
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
being
It's-
older
but so you know, and I think you appreciate it because you're not as scared as much. They're scared. You can see when they look at him.
Yeah.
Somebody says one thing about them, they're like, "Oh," it's like,
you're
Yeah.
calm and
Yeah.
you can help and
Yeah.
you can be that. Yeah,
Right,
it's
yeah.
"Nothing
so
wrong
nice.
with this kid," you know.
Right.
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, jeez, Louise, yes. I was... I remember being like that a lot.
It's hard though when you don't know.
Yeah,
First
you have
time
to learn.
through.
You learn on the job.
Right.
Well, and that's
what it
why
is.
she... that when with us having him, that her already being down that road helped me a ton. Because it's like, yeah, big time. Or else...
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was really, really, really scared with Drake. So yeah, get
right. Yeah.
that out of the way.
Yeah, but I was gonna say too, like the last pod I was talking about, I was in here and saw an effing mouse. So we got traps.
We do.
You went and got the ones where whatever.
You put the bait inside and you twist it, and then when the mouse
Yeah.
gets it, it just twists and
Yep.
does something. They're in there and you don't see them or anything.
Yep.
So
I told her, I'm like, if I come out here though and it says mouse caught, I'm still gonna make you come out here because I know it's in there. I still know it's in there. I'm not picking that shit up.
Well, that's funny because when we got married 30 years ago, the preacher said, "What are some things?"
We did. We went for that counseling where you
I
go.
guess that guy was supposed to tell us whether
Well,
we were supposed to be
Who's the when you
Tim
get
Shaw. Remember him? He had big glasses
I don't
and
remember.
I don't know,
still hair.
you're whispering like people
Well,
are gonna hear
I
all
don't
this,
want to offend him. The Lord's listening.
Yes.
But,
and hopefully a few people.
after this one.
Yeah,
that's what he said because we were doing our counseling visits, and he said,
Yeah.
"So how are you going to divide up the duties, around the house and stuff?" And
we did
what
not
did I
discuss
tell
that
him?
with our house.
Yeah, what? That's weird. They made you ask.
Dawn. Go ahead. So what?
No,
So he asked
it
about
was-
mice.
Ours was
Yeah,
Jean.
Jean
I mean, Jean. Sorry.
Well, yeah,
Dawn,
Pastor
Jean.
She doesn't remember. It's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead with it.
wasn't that big a deal to her.
That's right.
Another day.
Another day.
Did
Guess,
he say something about
guess I'll wear
mice?
this.
Yes,
I did.
she did.
Yeah.
We catch a mouse because we were living out in the farm. where you
Yeah.
guys grew
No,
up.
we were not. We were living. You don't. 30 years. You don't remember?
Were you living out there?
we were living out
It's only
there.
been eight for me,
where
and I can't
Taylor's,
remember.
Yeah, where Devin Taylor
They're Devin
lives.
Taylor.
Yes.
You clean that house now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we were living.
People know that that's your.
Okay. Just.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
And it was back then. It was a farmhouse,
Yeah.
and we had mice. And I told him, I forgot what my job was going to be, but yours was going to be to empty the
no
mouse
kidding,
traps.
You forgot the last 30 years.
Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't going to empty
where
it.
we were at when we got married.
I've been emptying. I just told Stevie this tonight that growing up we lived in a house by the cemetery here in town, and so we always had mice because of the big field next
Yeah.
door, and there was fields around it. And Dad would set traps, and everybody else was afraid, and he was always at work, so I did the traps. I emptied the traps. Open the cabinet, there it is.
See?
And
So you already
Mom will be like,
you already have
"Man,
that.
dude, we got one!" And I came up behind Shanna one time, and I held it by the tail and just put it in her face, and she screamed. And Stevie was like, horrified. I was like, I was really, really
Yeah.
Do
mean.
that, you do that to your sister when you do that to me. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
We
So,
did.
yeah.
We did have him when we lived. He was building a house in the country. We lived out at the farm where we grew up, and they were terrible.
Oh,
they were
yeah,
terrible.
it's
And I
just
remember
constant.
I had put the trap in a drawer, and I heard this terrible sound of a rattle, 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 and I'm like, "What the heck is that? What?" So I walk over there and I open that up. The biggest field mouse I've ever seen. Big old brown and white one,
Oh, God.
kind of thick, wearing that trap like a hat. And it
Oh,
wasn't
jeez.
even wasn't facing him. He was trying to
Jeez.
It's a little snug, but I'm fine.
Oh,
and
my.
shaking, trying to get rid of it. And I thought, well, this is something.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do here?
Jeez.
So he was at the other house trying to get it built. So I pulled that drawer out, put a cookie sheet on it,
Yeah,
and just
smart.
walked, flung that sucker out in the yard.
There you go.
I thought, you're on your own now,
Your
pal.
mouth is still wearing it.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Giant mouth.
Yeah.
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 Oh man.
I came
Fun.
out here last night real quick just to grab something. I turned on the light, and it was in that black chair right there, and it came up and it went behind the fridge. I came inside, told Stevie, I was just like, well, we'll go to Road King tomorrow and get a for sale sign. But then, so if one pops up during this, you hear me scream like a little biatch, that's what's going on.
Definitely not
Yeah.
getting edited out. That will definitely.
Yeah. But, it's a crutch. I'll bet you they've always been out here.
It is a crush. I mean, it's
But they never. Oh
I
my
found
gosh!
a
I'm not
dead one
even
when
going to jinx
we
it by
moved
saying
in,
I've never
it's
gotten a
fine,
house
yeah.
before.
Well,
Yep. All right. Well, we talked about because it's Christmas time. We talked about we were going to do just like a list of our favorite Christmas movies, blah blah blah, and we're going to do a Mount Rushmore. And then I thought, well, there's 4 of us, so why don't we do like a Mount Rushmore between the 4 of us? We all get to name one, but once one person names one, the next person can't. You got to
Off the
name.
board.
Yeah, it's off the board. So, and then I thought, well, there's a lot of subpar Christmas movies out there.
a lot of crap.
A lot of,
I'm
easy,
bringing that filth in here.
but yeah. But so I thought we could do Mount Rushmore of our favorites, and then do one of our least favorites, and same thing with the least favorites. Once somebody says one, then it's off the board too. But I would say we got to figure out who goes first, but I mean, we'll let you guys can figure out who goes first, and then we'll go around.
I'll go first.
Well, I mean, you got it.
Ladies
I
first.
figured you'd do rock paper scissors something.
No.
No. He'll
Damn,
look at
she's
me
just
and
gonna
be
take.
like, "Yep."
She's just gonna take the.
I love it. That's 30 years
Yeah,
does.
this has been 30 years.
Yeah. Well, how are we gonna decide who goes after Chad? We'll do rock paper scissors.
Yeah, because you would never let me go first. Way too competitive for that.
But I also think you're gonna name something that's probably kind of shitty, and I'm not probably gonna name it. So I could just let you go third, because I don't think you'll name the same one as
by
me.
saying
But
we're gonna have a quick fight.
you're not gonna name the same one as me. I
By
bet.
saying that's just saying that what I would pick would be shitty. That's not right. That's not true.
Crappy.
To
Subpar.
you,
No, but you already told me before that
that
like
doesn't
I wouldn't.
mean they're bad. They're ones I would watch with you.
Rotten Tomatoes, I bet you, is
I'm
on
gonna
my side.
promise you the one I name has an excellent Rotten Tomatoes score.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Am I
anyways, let's get back to
This
this.
is
We're only at like 8.5 here, so see, it's all still
half? Oh
after
my
that last
gosh.
one.
we're 8 and something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Why you think it was less?
Well,
But
Well, it's-
you gotta think he's 7, so
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
flown.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
flown, but it's also.
She told me
Been
on
a
our
bit of a
third date.
grind.
She told me on our third date she'd have my baby.
Jeez Louise!
I'm just kidding.
Well, they always
She
say
didn't
the
phrase it
other-
like that.
I did not phrase it like that.
I'm just kidding around.
Good girls are supposed to wait till the third date.
That's right.
Jeez Louise. Not say what have your baby. I said,
Not
let's
that
get down
night.
to
Not that
business.
night. She meant like just eventually. You know.
Let's talk. Do you want to have children?
Yeah.
We weren't spring chickens, as my sister would say.
That's She's right. We're still not. All right.
Definitely not.
Still not.
Okay.
Doesn't get better.
All right, Kit. What are
Okay.
you gonna?
So I'm naming one of my my top.
Your
correct?
top.
Your
Okay.
your favorite?
My
yeah.
favorite, probably all around. The Ref.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
I've never seen.
I
it.
forgot about that one.
Andy,
Damn, I didn't even
watch
put that
it
down.
now.
Oh.
you gotta watch it.
You got. I mean, I know it, but go ahead and explain it. Is it-
Well, okay, it's basically just a really good movie about family and relationships and a marriage that's
forgot
like
about that.
on the rocks that just happens to take place at Christmas.
Oh.
And-
okay.
So basically, Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis, I think is her name, is the wife, and they're a married couple.
Judy Davis?
Is it Judy Davis?
I can't.
She's one of those gals that you probably know her if you saw her, but she's not in
Probably.
tons of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, she's been a lot of stuff. But
Anyway, it opens with them in therapy. It's fine. It is
I'm excited
classic.
to have something
Oh
new to
my
watch that I've
God.
never
Yeah.
seen before.
so
It's-
it's
good.
Dad always had that VCR
Oh,
tape. Yeah.
I have
It came out in what, like 91
It's
probably?
the 90s.
90, 91.
Nice. Even
Yes.
better. I like that.
But tell them
Okay,
who
so
the comedy is.
Dennis Leary.
oh well,
it is
he
outstanding.
would definitely love it because he loves it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
so
just forgot about that.
basically, they're in therapy. They're fighting. The marriage is falling apart. but the writing is outstanding. And so they're in the therapist's office, and the freaking therapist is B.D. Wong. The guy played Frank in, or not Frank, Frank's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So, anyway,
I
they're
think of this. Now I'm gonna have to think of that name. Go ahead.
they're at each other's throats, and Howard Weinstein. Okay, so
All right.
anyway,
Very good.
Father of the Bride.
it cuts
Very
to Dennis Leary, who's a cat burglar, breaking into. They live in Connecticut in a fancy neighborhood. He's breaking into the house. The guy he's in the safe, getting the jewels. It's booby trapped. So he gets the alarms go off. He has to run. So he ends up catching them at the grocery store. It's Christmas Eve. They work at the grocery store. He kidnaps them. Gets in the car with them. Forces them to take him home with them. And they're just at each other's throats. And he's like, what the
So he's the rep.
Yeah, he's the rep.
That's cool.
And basically, after they've had all this therapy and all this trouble, he spends one evening with them, fix their marriage, because of he just calls out their shit the entire time.
I can't.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Okay,
then
yeah,
you
so
throw
we're watching
in-
this weekend.
Oh my
We got
God.
something. I've got something new.
But
and
the rest of the family is fantastic. It's the mom from Mary Poppins.
Oh gosh,
Glennis
yes,
Johns.
yes.
She's
Yeah, I remember
she's
her
the
being on
mother.
it, yeah.
And then you got
She
Christine
is
Baranski.
horrible.
She-
And I love
but
Christine
she's-
Baranski, too,
She, and
so-
she's so good. It's all. And then you've got.
Yeah. Okay. So, the Mary Poppins one is that Kevin Spacey's mom, or is it
Mother,
the?
yes.
And
And
she's just a
she's-
huge. She's,
Oh,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
horrible, but she's.
I
So,
can totally see her playing
but
that.
she's
yeah.
so good. And then
you hate her.
even God, it's just there's so many lines from that movie that we throw out all the time, just because
Yeah.
it is just
Yeah.
fantastic.
Probably a lot of them's not PG either.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
it's
Yeah.
it's
It'll
rated.
be one-
It's rated R.
It's one that we can
good.
watch. That
But-
will
Oh, yeah,
be
yeah.
something
Yeah.
new for
oh my
me,
God,
so
you'll
I
love it.
that.
And Dennis Leary's fantastic in it, and they're all just really good. Even the guy that plays the what the hell's his name? The bald guy that's the guy at the school, at the military school.
Oh yeah.
He's got initials. God dang it. He played the psychiatrist in like Law and Order SVU. He played the dad in Juno.
Oh yeah, J.K.
Yes. Yeah.
Simmons.
Yes.
Love him.
He's
So that's like that's before he got famous.
I was gonna
so,
say
yeah.
he wasn't
yeah,
famous
he
then.
plays the
Whiplash. That's that movie
Yeah.
he was.
Oh,
in.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
love that
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Love him.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie. That's great. But I mean, he's just like, and Dennis Leary's the perfect character to
Oh, he would
to have
be.
these like annoying. He like kidnaps them, but they're annoying as shit.
I
So he's
can-
just like,
He's like, what the fuck?
he's just like,
myself
he's just
into.
like so. Yeah,
He's like,
Horrible
and,
decision.
and he's holding them at gunpoint, and they're still just running their mouths
They
at each other.
care.
And he's like, hello.
yeah.
You
Their-
just gotta watch it. It's just
Their
like,
hate for each other trumps somebody
Right.
having a gun to their head.
Got it.
So yeah. So
it's
it's
just
just.
fantastic.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Stop sign, didn't you, Lloyd?
Yeah. You saw the stop sign.
I'm excited.
Oh God,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
It's
Well,
wonderful.
I will have to text you after I watch
Yes,
it.
I wish you would because
Well,
it is
She'd
so
probably
good.
come over and watch it with
Oh, it is just.
keep her from
You wouldn't
laughing
want
at
me
the
to
part.
though,
Yeah.
because I'll say all the lines.
You'd be like Spencer in the room.
I would.
Any movie.
Holy cow! Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Chad, you're up.
What you got?
Oh, I was going to say Die Hard, but me and Kit argue about whether that's a.
That's a big. That's a.
It is a big
That's one of the
yeah.
biggest debates in the country.
Yeah. There's some
I
good
think
lines
this-
in that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got Bruce Willis in it.
I know.
Stuff, man.
That's
Yeah.
that's Mandy's
That was in his-
go-to.
Sad.
In his
yeah.
prime, and it doesn't.
Oh yeah, that's really sad. It's
sad.
one of them now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know
Very
if
sad.
it's a Christmas movie or not. Always said it was.
If you want, I mean, I feel like if that's
I
what
feel
you
like
want it to
it's
be,
it's
yeah.
put up enough of a fight that it is. Because
Well, it's
like
similar, like to the ref. It's like set during Christmas, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
Yeah, it's
movie.
not.
about
About
Christmas.
Christmas.
right,
Right.
but it's still a good
So
one.
did it come out? Do you remember? Did it?
I don't
come
remember
out
when
in-
it was
in, like,
released.
Surely,
holiday
Yeah, I'm
time.
sure.
surely it did.
Which is usually a big movie
Right.
time for a
But
movie.
the
Yeah.
song's a Christmas song, and it's supposed
Right.
to be a Christmas movie.
But it's a,
Yes.
yeah, it's a
It's just about lines.
it's
I-
one of the best movies. What?
Right.
His biggest fan. Never seen any of them.
Any of the Die Hards?
None of them.
I haven't seen all. I saw.
You've seen
Seen a lot of his other stuff, but
Yeah, I haven't. I think I haven't
That,
really
that first
watched.
Die Hard is it's a classic. It's
love,
Yeah.
love moonlighting.
Lines.
Love
Oh, I know.
moonlighting.
Moonlighting's on Hulu now.
here we
We're gonna be have to check that one out when we get inside.
take a left turn.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
This third date all over again.
Yeah.
Not living.
Yeah.
Just the theme song alone. Oh man.
Oh, I know.
No, I don't know, but
yeah, it's a good one.
You want it to be your choice?
yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's others that like, but they're older.
But okay, I mean, I'm sure most people have seen it. But the whole plot is he's having trouble with his
Right.
Right.
yes,
Rocky marriage again. Yeah,
yeah.
It's a trend on this.
it is.
And what's the Hans Gruber? Right, that's the bad guy. Right?
Hans
Yeah,
Gruber,
yeah.
It just
Yeah.
reminded me of that show. What the heck was that show? Dang it.
The thing is now that Christmas doesn't start until Hans Gruber's thrown off of
Well,
Nakatomi
yeah.
Towers. And
Yeah.
God dang it, that show, that American Housewife.
Oh.
They named their pig Hans Gruber.
They
Yeah.
did. They did.
Yeah.
Ah, another good show.
Yeah. But anyone who hasn't seen Die Hard,
You could.
it's amazing.
I don't know.
And it's like,
Get a life.
yeah, get a life. It's and even that's one where the sequels aren't as good, but they're not as crap. They're not like obvious cash grabs where they,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Kind of like Lethal Weapon. They were good.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
All the
I
Lethal
would.
Weapons,
That's
and I
a
have seen all those. Those
that's
are
a
all
very good comparison.
Yep.
and you can watch it.
Wow.
Compliment.
I gave her a compliment
Yeah.
on air.
You can watch any of the Die Hards. You don't have to watch them in order.
Yeah,
Just
and yeah, because the second one, there's a third one. Jeremy Irons is the bad guy in one of them.
Yeah, what's the second? Wasn't that the third one? What's
That's
the
the
second
third
one?
Second one is when he is going to the airport.
Oh, that's
and then
right.
The airport, he does everything.
It's
in
also
there.
Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's real
Christmas
snowy.
time.
oh, that's kind of.
And they had the army guys tried to take over
Yeah, who's the bad guy in the second one? though? I
that
can't-
blonde guy with the. Oh, what's he been in? He was in. Was he in Shawshank Redemption?
Yes, he was one of the prisoners with Andy Dufresne.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Another great movie. Dang.
The third one's got Jeremy Irons,
Jeremy.
Samuel Jackson's
Yeah,
in,
that
in the
was
third
good.
one. Yeah. Samuel Jackson. That's when he started his whole run of like, I'm going to be in every movie ever made.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Right.
Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction to everything. Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. That's a good one.
Shush.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that movie. I love it.
Yes.
Shush. Duh. Just shut your mouth.
Do you like that one, Kitty?
No.
You
I don't like the part where
No,
with Uma.
I
I,
just-
can't watch that
I
part
can't
where,
watch-
where they bring her back to. I can't watch that part.
Yeah, I don't like. It's just a little too weird for me.
But
I did not.
That's the first
I had to
movie-
watch it twice
Quentin Tarantino
to get
was
it.
all-
yeah,
That it was back.
Yeah.
Spoiler. That it was back. You know.
Yeah.
You know. Whatever. But I.
that's one I remember.
Oh, I love that movie.
It came out like '94, and they like carded me before I go in and watch it. I was like,
But it's.
okay, but yeah,
I like all the whatever reels or whatever they use him. When he's like drinking this is good, you know, whatever. Those parts are really, really funny because
Yeah.
it's just like it's a horrible language. It's
Yeah.
like it's like a kid.
it's got
opening
bad
some-
language. There's a lot of language.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a Tarantino movie for you.
Yeah.
yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Kit loves it.
No. Not really. Not a fan of that one.
I wondered if anybody would say Die Hard though, because I was like, that's a huge
Yep.
deal. Everybody's like, is it? You know, everybody always argues if it's a.
I'm glad Bruce could make the
Yeah.
cut.
There you go. All right, you're up.
Oh wow! I'm gonna.
He says you're not going to take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you.
Okay, my choice is a classic, like a classic, old,
Yeah.
and it's when I watch alone because nobody in this house would want to watch it. And I watch it when I'm wrapping presents for myself, and it's White Christmas.
Oh,
It's my
yeah.
favorite of all time.
Okay.
If I want to feel Christmassy and happy and
Yeah.
just listen to good music and whatever, I watch it. And my sister and I used to do the little
Yeah.
sister song together, so it's classic.
It's an
Yeah.
all around beautiful because it's
I love the war part. It's sweet
Yeah,
and
the
we'll carry the old man.
costumes, and
whatever.
everybody was dressed and fancy in the
Yeah.
yeah.
And at
and-
the end, when they open the doors of the barn,
Oh,
and
I
it's all
know.
the snow, and it's just it's
Well,
like,
and it's people who were genuinely talented,
oh my gosh, yes,
you know, performers.
yeah, really good.
really
That's high.
I've never
rock.
seen.
Well, you wouldn't like it, but it's
It was-
I could have.
Chad digs it.
you. I love
Okay,
it.
but
Though
what-
you love the beginning and the war
Yeah.
part, and then
Okay, but what? How old are we talking? here?
old.
It's
And
like
is it got like
50s,
50s probably.
Bing
Yeah.
Crosby?
Bing
Yeah.
Crosby and
See, I
Danny
got
Kaye.
the-
Her being
Yeah.
And he sings White. I mean, it's
Danny
Yeah,
Kaye.
it's beautiful.
Danny
Like,
Kaye.
Danny.
and
Yeah,
you've
Danny
got,
Kaye.
like,
Bing
Danny
Crosby and
Danny
Danny
Kaye
Kaye
is-
dance
yeah.
together in it. That's
Yeah.
where
Oh
the
yeah, that's where
line
that
from-
comes from.
Yeah. That might be foreshadowing because I feel like somebody's going to name that
54.
movie, so I probably will. But
And it's 77 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Just a good
I just
Rosemary
I-
Clooney
Right.
classic. So yeah, that was just like
You and your sister
A lot
had
of that
blue
we went.
feathers when you danced.
We didn't have the
with
feathers, but
Oh.
we did the.
Then they get mad. Throw,
Sister.
then they get mad at throw cans of hairspray at each
That's
other.
right. Instantly, right after.
And remote controls.
That's right.
They do you remember every night after like the local news they'd have the Scrooge would be on
Yeah.
every Christmas Eve. Yeah.
It would always be on, and I'd get up in like the night or whatever, and Dad would have it like going or whatever.
Yeah, I do remember that
Or
growing
the
up. It's like
bathroom
that was like
50
a
times.
I don't know why they
you get like some
stopped
Jerry
doing that.
Slave action, and then you get the
I know.
then you
Jerry
get
Slave. Yeah.
then you get
Yep.
Well, now they have
Marty.
Now we just do the-
I can't remember her name, but
the thing where they do the marathon of Christmas Story.
Yeah.
They have it on. We'll just
Yeah.
have that on
Yeah.
that night and everything, and let it keep
Steve,
playing.
Stevie hasn't warmed up to that yet because he doesn't like the part where Ralphie beats the shit out of that kid and his nose is bleeding.
Yeah, that upset him.
He like just playing like the blood. He's like,
So
oh man,
fast
Ralphie.
forward through that part, and then he's
I
like,
thought I knew Ralphie, and then he just snaps and
everybody's
Yeah.
got a breaking point.
That's right.
yeah,
Been there, done that.
Takes on those bullies.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, Dado, what you got?
Well, I guess I'll just name like an obvious one, since I'll just go with Christmas Vacation. I mean, because
Okay,
it's
it
obvious.
should be
Yeah.
on there.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
It should be named probably.
Everyone can relate
I
to some
can.
degree to that.
Okay, I watched that recently though, and I was just like, I was watching it, comparing it not to Christmas stuff. I was comparing it to like the original Vacation though. And that original one's just
You
the
can't
best
touch
one.
the
I mean, it's just
original.
like to me the original's just
So many lines.
so
and you-
freaking funny.
And you get something
entire
new
time.
every time.
Yeah.
Every time we
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, and it's rated R, so it makes it different. But I mean,
Yeah.
and then the European one was bad, and then then they redeemed themselves. But
Yeah, they did.
yeah, but it's the most quotable
Right.
movie
most
Yeah.
quoted
ever
movie
with
ever, I
Christmas,
feel like.
Christmas time. But that's what we were talking about with Spencer. Like
Oh, every
my
word.
stepson doesn't swear, so he got home and he said, "Merry Christmas." Shooter was full.
Hey, he keeps
And
it
there you
clean.
go.
He
Oh,
keeps
yeah,
it-
yeah.
He keeps it clean.
Yeah, he does.
He does not cuss.
I quoted it, yesterday or this morning?
Always something to quote.
Yes, because Adrian, in the shower,
That's their daughter.
yeah, takes a lot of support for her, even though she's perfectly capable. She's in there, hey mom. I always get about hey mom 5 times.
Uh-huh.
Watch
Oh.
that.
Yep.
She's
I
like,
get
can
it.
you bring me a towel? And I'm like, anything else I can do for you, Uncle Lewis? Because it's just like, ooh,
That's really good.
yeah.
Nickname Uncle Lewis. I
Yeah.
like it. That's really good.
They're like shopping and Eddie's just throwing like just 50-pound bags of dog food.
We can't buy a Christmas present. So you just keep
But he puts it on top of the light bulbs. He sets the light bulbs on
Just
there and then
milk-
just
just-
smashes them with the bag of dog
This
food.
is a real
Like,
nice surprise.
Yeah.
This is-
alphabetical starting with Kathy. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, you sure?
We always do
But the
that.
originals,
The original one, I sit down to ask, and he asks
like
for
just
the money.
spare a little, and he
Just
wants to
spare a
save
little, he gets out his-
$52,000, and he's like, hands
Anytime
shaking
he
for
said something about
some.
money, I was like, about $52,000.
Yeah. Well, like Aunt Edna's like why don't you just ask for the money? You sure as hell can't take a hint, you know. She's just such a pain in the ass. But
You
she's
should
on.
be behind bars.
Yeah.
He's like, "No."
Yes.
She's a good voice. I like.
Yeah.
I think we should add that voice. 'Cause there's a lot of things that sound like that. The old drunk guy on The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
We do that. Sounds like a country song.
I have a friend. You guys could probably. I'm not gonna say his name on here, but you could probably figure out an older gent who, when I text him, his texting's not great, so I like talk like I use a voice whenever I read back his text.
Yeah, it's like that.
And one of us, he put something on. Well, this was actually not to me. It was on like Facebook, but it was just like somebody said, "Oh, don't worry about it," and it said something like, "That's like telling water not be wet." So I was like, "That's like telling water not be wet." Like that's the voice I use whenever he texts me, and leaves out a bunch
Have
of
you
stuff.
done that for him yet? I'm sure you have.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
He loved it.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah, but yeah, that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, you
We
got.
can do a quick OLI one because there's a few like. Is there one that we didn't name that you were thinking about that?
What's your old
Okay. Is that, what did you have? Maybe I want to take yours.
sounds about right?
No. Okay, Miracle on 34th Street
Yeah.
The new one from the 90s. I like to watch. I like to have that one on.
My
like,
mom does too.
You know,
she loves
this,
that one.
But there's this one part that I almost cry every time because when he says, "You think I'm a fraud," and she's like, "Well, I think fraud's a bit too strong of a word," but he goes on to talk to her about faith, and when he says to her, "If you can't accept anything on faith, you'll always be doomed to a life of doubt," and I thought. That is a really good quote.
It's really good.
That
That
is,
should be
it
on a
is,
sign, don't
yeah,
you think?
right.
Profound.
You are, yeah. If you can't accept anything
was
on
good.
faith, you're doomed for a life dominated by doubt.
Yep.
And it's like, well, that's very sad.
It's
Yeah.
very true.
It is
That
very true. It is very true. So
Love
that
that.
is why I picked that one because I
a really
like.
good one.
It's a good one to have on.
I didn't know they did a 90s one.
Yeah, it had
it's-
that little gal from
Matilda.
Matilda. She's the little girl.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
yeah.
Miranda.
Matilda's big in this house right now, by the
Oh,
way.
big.
I don't know how he stumbled
Stevie's
onto it,
big
but
in-
holy cow, yeah.
Who do you think showed him Matilda?
Oh, I know.
Spencer. They love
Yes.
it. They watch it
Oh, yeah.
together. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Brian's doing a lot with Matilda in his class.
Brian's,
cool.
Brian's
Now.
reading it to his class right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love it.
It is. I actually watched the whole movie.
Yeah.
With I'm like, this is a neat
Oh, yeah.
story. It's very
story.
neat. All right, what you got, Chad?
You know what I liked a lot was the new Christmas story.
They redid it
Yeah.
when he was a grown up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either,
seen
but
it yet.
but it got really good reviews.
It is good.
See, that
What's
should
it?
add-
What's it on? Is it on Netflix
It
or
is
it's on?
on.
We watched that on.
It was on I want to say it was on TBS one day because they ran the first.
So we could
one and then
probably
they
get
ran
it
the
on
The first
demand.
thing was on Max,
And-
though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to stream.
Because-
It's on
yeah,
one of
we
the. It's on one of the streaming services.
streamings, and
They come out like 2 years ago, like a year ago,
it
2
may have
years
been
ago.
last year, I think.
Yeah,
But it was good though.
Yes.
It was good, and
Yeah.
it was sad, but
We'll just talk about his dad.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
it's just,
yeah.
I
Right.
would like to. So now we can watch the ref, and we can watch that. We
Yeah.
got something we can
Shit,
watch.
I forgot about that shit. I mean,
I did
because
too,
I know
because-
it came out a couple years ago. We meant to watch it, and we just never did.
Spencer watched it. Said it was
Yeah.
great, but
It
he
was
watches
good.
everything. He
was
tells us
good.
about it.
Yep.
We got Spencer. We had to. This has been a year or so ago, but we had to make a couple phone calls because our bill
Oh,
was skyrocketing for no unbeknownst to us, and he was.
I gave him the Roku password. That's my bad.
I did not give him the Roku
I
password.
thought you could like just
Like holy
he was, like,
shnikes!
getting
Like we had to.
yeah,
yeah,
buying things. I didn't know you could like buy
Yeah.
like
Right.
movies on.
right.
Yes.
So we got
I,
them all.
I like
All
this one. I
figured
like this. I like this. I like this.
yeah. But
Yeah.
he did watch it and he's like, oh, so good. You know,
Yeah.
he was excited to see
Yeah, it was
Ralphie.
good.
And, yeah.
it's just
Cool.
good because his friends that were with him are still in the town with him, and
Right.
one of them owns a bar, and one of it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
It's a
just-
good. That's
yeah,
a really
it's
good
just
idea
funny,
for
you
a
know.
reboot
It's just like
too. Yeah.
it's just funny, and it just guys trying to figure stuff out. You know,
Yeah.
where
Right.
his dad's going, and it's just
It's all on him, and it's like
Relatable.
It's a really good
yeah,
idea.
it's very
his
relatable.
little brother.
Is this little brother on it?
He comes
Randy
back.
on it.
He's not a huge part in it, but he's
Gotta
he
have a
shows
little
up.
I'm not trying to be
Yeah.
a dick, but he probably can't act. I mean, he's not an actor. I'm
Right.
sure. You know.
Right. All he
It's
did
not
was
like,
say,
you know,
"I can't get up."
Yeah.
You know, like no.
I mean, you know,
Right,
he's,
because he's famous or made
a lot of money doing
or
something, I
and he finally
forget,
comes
but-
back at
Of
the end.
course
Yeah.
he did.
Ralphie's the yeah.
Yeah, Ralphie's grinding it out,
Yeah.
trying to support his family, and
I love it.
Wanting to be a writer, and
Yeah,
just
it's really good.
it's
Yeah.
just good, and I was just it's just one of those. It's like,
Yeah.
This wasn't a disappointment. That's nice.
Because
yeah.
a lot of them
yeah,
are.
you're thinking,
right?
man, like, and that's I like the Christmas story, but man, they play it to death.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
When they just
They
play it
do-
over and over
oh,
again,
yeah,
it's like,
they
I just
do
can't
play
do
it a
I just
lot.
can't do it anymore. It's one of those you can say the line. You know, we could do it the whole movie.
Oh,
right now,
yeah.
Right, we
you know, but it's just like it is.
That's how we are with Elf, but I never get sick of Elf.
Shh, don't.
You already named yours, didn't you? Yeah, we're doing OLIs.
I know, but
Elf. It's on my list. I would like
We'll
to,
edit all this out.
I would like
It's
to
fine.
get 2 OLIs.
We'll edit it all.
Because that's not really it was on my list, but
I know. Okay, we'll go. Okay.
I have one that wasn't on my list, and nobody here probably likes it. But I love The Family Stone, and it makes me cry every time I watch it.
Well, yeah,
So I got Owen
that
Wilson.
one is
It's
sad. Yeah,
It's JP.
Super sad, and I cry every time I watch it.
I do too, and
if
I
I
don't
want a good cry, it's like a
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Sarah
Let
Jessica
your
Parker.
freak flag fly. Yeah, that was
Craig T. Nelson's in it, right?
Yes.
And then the mom is
Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. Yeah.
Yep, and she's dying that
It's
year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
just it's heartbreaking.
It is.
Yeah.
I just like all the
I
different
guess people don't
roles
need
of
to
the family
don't need to watch
and
it
just,
now because you just
you know,
spoiled it for them.
it's
But
old. I'm gonna see what it got on Rotten Tomatoes, but go ahead.
it's around 50, I think. I'm calling.
It's 52,
Damn, I was gonna say 51.
so it's not bad. But it is one of those I watch by myself.
Right.
But I'm wrapped. It's the same. I know, but I love it.
Who is and there's somebody Cameron? No, not
Sarah
Cameron.
Jessica Parker.
Who's the sister? That's
Claire Danes.
yeah. I knew there was somebody. Yeah.
And that other guy. I can't ever remember his name.
Dylan
He's at my
McDermott.
best friend's
Yeah.
wedding. Yeah,
He's in.
he's one of the brothers.
Delbert
Rachel
Maroney or whatever. What's his name? Delbert Maroney.
Dylan McDermott.
Dylan
You said
McDermott.
it.
No, wait a minute.
I'm right. It's
No.
Delbert Maroney.
Yeah.
Dylan McDermott's
McDermott's
from The
guy
Practice and all
from-
that stuff.
He was in.
Always get them confused.
Yeah, he
too.
was in Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah,
And then Rachel McAdams is in it too.
she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the. Spoiler alert. She's the stone. She's the family stone. Yeah, she's the one.
Okay.
You know,
So-
keep the family together.
Again, no point in watching it now, folks.
It's beautiful at the end, and she's
Yeah.
wearing the ring. You know,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful.
Who's your
It's
two?
not new.
They've had 20 years to watch
Yeah.
it.
Who's your two family stone?
I don't know.
Well, I'm the stone.
It's got to be me. I would imagine. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you guys
I don't know what that means. I don't know how they decide who the family
Shanna's
stone-
100% mine. There's no question. She's
I don't know.
the get it together, keep it together,
Oh.
do it all.
What
What you got?
Well, we got an. Mine are very generic because they're obvious ones, but Elf's. I mean, I love
We
Elf.
watch it all the time.
I don't get tired of that. Stevie watches it constantly, and I don't ever get tired of it.
Makes us laugh.
Yeah, he's so innocent.
Right.
He is.
Yes, and I love Big Worm in it too. He's the he's Big Worm on Friday, but it's the big fella at the.
Oh God.
the-
Yeah.
Somebody gunning for my
6
job.
Yeah.
inches. God, we say that all the time.
Santa's got a brand new bag.
Like-
Word, Santa's got a brand new bag.
Seen this place? It's pretty good. Somebody's gunning for my job.
A little too good. Yeah. But I don't know. Will Ferrell just is funnier. He's just really good in
Oh,
that.
I love it.
And that's one. It's like it's just on in the background. You just,
Right.
it feels normal for
Yeah.
it to be on in the background. Like you said, the Christmas Story. It's like that on Christmas Day, but after a while, it's like okay.
We don't
What else
usually
is on?
watch
But-
it before Christmas. We just have it
Right.
on that day.
But Elf,
Yeah.
Elf can be on in the background. It's like I never like get
Easy.
tired of it. Yeah.
And
So,
James Caan's really good in it. He just.
Oh.
is
Yeah,
like-
he is.
He's.
Stevie just like thinks it's funny that he says.
Stevie looks for anything that's borderline swearing, and he wants to call him out on it, but at the same time, he won't. That's only the stuff he brings up. It's like
Yeah.
he said "frickin" three times. You know,
Said
just like well,
sucked.
he said sucked. He points it out so he can say it, but then he gets mad at people when they say something around him that, like he was around an adult
Yeah.
the other
that said
day
bad words, and he just
getting his hair cut. So take a guess who it was, but it's like came home. Well, I mean, whatever, it's fine. But he came home. He's just like, blah blah blah. Said, you know, it's just like I'm just like, well, you know,
is what it is.
It happens.
It does.
he's quick to rat people out, but
He's quick to rat me out. He'll say, "You said this on," and it was like 3 months ago, such and such time. So you said it. You say it.
he remembers
Like,
stuff from like long
hold a
time ago.
grudge.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
gets
Moving
that
on.
Yeah.
Gosh, anything else you got on the?
I don't think so. Okay, can we think of one now that we think is trash?
Anything after Elf.
Yeah, there's been a lot of junk.
Unless you think there's anything that's really good that people need to.
I would say one more. Mickey's Christmas Carol. It's one of our favorites on this house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Old
yeah,
school
yeah,
80s.
yeah.
Was it 80s? Mickey's Christmas Carol came out.
Probably.
The little short one. We watched.
Right.
That.
Yeah.
So sweet. Right.
Well, we watched the one where Fozzie's mom goes on vacay, and they all barge in,
Muppets Family.
and then the
Christmas.
Sesame Street comes in too, and everybody loves a good crossover episode.
Yeah.
So it's
Muppet
like
Family
all of them are there.
Christmas is a good.
Swedish
old-
chef's trying to chop up Big Bird for he wants to eat Big Bird.
It's great.
Swedish chef's
Yeah.
like sees Big Bird, he's like, oh, okay, like
Muppet Christmases Muppet Family Christmas, and then Mickey's Christmas Carol is
Yeah.
just short and cute.
that's all just little.
I
good
like
stuff.
Muppet Christmas Carol. I like the song.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, the song's really pretty in that.
We're Marley and Marley. We
right.
sing that a lot. Yeah, Stevie like loves that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
But like the Christmas Carol, like the Jim Carrey one, I think that one's a little creepy, and he.
The cartoony one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
We
so-
watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it a ton by myself, but he watched it with me, and I fast forwarded through a couple of the creepy because he was like, "This is creepy."
It's
and I was
very
like,
in your face.
It
and-
is.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. And
It's
it
like
seems
they look real.
right. Yeah. Too real.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Really, like the
That's
likeness
the
of the
AI
people.
stuff.
Jim
Yeah. It's,
Carrey's Grinch is a little much for me.
that one might get brought up here
It might. Mhm.
in a little bit.
Might, yes.
because we have to watch that a lot too, and it's just like I don't know why. Whenever I was young, I just loved him so much because Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber. I mean, Dumb and Dumber's like a classic. I just loved so much, but then he just got to where he just overacted so bad and everything. It was just a little much.
Garbage.
And then when you're, for some reason, he had like a Sean Connery accent or something when he was talking like the Grinch. It's like what?
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was all like dark and
Yeah,
just weird.
Eating the garbage, and you know,
It
it's
looks
like,
like-
But
strange.
just like this, the set was all like dark and gloomy all the
It's
time.
almost like Tim Burton-y-ish, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Right.
It was, yeah, it was
Yeah.
just weird. But
Son ever come out in Whoville, or what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's just like,
I was supposed to be happy.
yeah, it was. But, all right, can you think of anything?
I can't think of anything that I mean, one that I can't stand.
Or if there's another one you think that's anything over there on that paper that you want to mention that you haven't mentioned, I guess.
Oh,
Wonderful
we
Life
mentioned
is-
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes,
We
yes.
like that's
Really,
a
really good
classic
one.
one, and it's just a nice, message about your life when you think you don't. But everybody's seen that one. That's another one that they run. That I'll have on, just
Yes, in
going.
the background.
And what else?
Scrooge.
Oh yeah, Scrooge. That's
Yeah.
the one, and that's the one. It's like I don't ever watch it but once, and I'll watch it like early Christmas morning when I'm up and nobody else is up yet, and I'll just watch that because that's when I want to pay attention
Yeah.
to.
Yep.
I just remember
I
like
love
be like
it, too.
10:30.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad make me go to bed.
Right.
It was scary.
Right.
It's kind of, I mean,
That
for a
would be
little kid,
on.
it's scary.
But I mean, they just
It was on. It was
Right.
yeah.
But you couldn't sleep because it was like Christmas Eve.
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like
But you have
Gotta
to
go
go
to the
up to
bathroom
bed
again and then
because
peek
they
in
had
the.
stuff to take care of. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I have one that I don't like, and I think it's garbage, and it's old. I do not like Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I think that movie is creepy and weird.
Is that the little the?
That's like a warlock.
Is that with the heat miser and the?
Yes.
how old is it?
It's old. I don't
It is.
like it.
It's
Is that
by
wrong?
the '60s.
Is that wrong? I love
No.
Rudolph, which
Right.
is the same deal.
Yeah.
I hate Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah.
Sorry, controversial.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
got the heat miser and the cold miser, and then
That's mine on the
trying to
list.
make it snow in Southtown.
Your mom's
or-
not going to want to hear this because Stevie
She
watched
likes
all
that one?
those with her, and sorry, Carolyn. I don't like it. I think it's creepy.
Wow. Now everybody knows her name.
Sorry.
She was just like just this figure to everybody.
Mystical being.
Right.
like Santa Claus, little.
Yeah, that one is just it's creepy, I think.
Well, do you remember the Santa Claus that Dudley Moore was on, like the 80s?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing that in the theater, thinking it was cool. Then I looked back on it tonight, and I looked up the Rotten Tomatoes. Hell, it's like
-4.
20. or, yeah, it's like under 20.
I remember that.
But I
definitely.
remember...
Was it Charles Durning, like the
Yeah.
Santa? And,
Yep, I can
yeah.
picture him.
I love Dudley Moore. I wish I could watch Arthur. Remember Arthur?
Mm-hmm.
I've
Oh
seen
my
him multiple
God,
times,
I
both
love
of
that
them. My
movie.
dad, huge fan of those movies.
Yeah.
He
And
showed them both
the
to me.
music, it's Christopher Cross
Oh,
and
yeah.
the song, and it's like, God, yeah.
Yeah. But I remember seeing that one in the theater. And at the time thinking, oh, this is really cool, but apparently not.
Kind of garbage.
Um,
Whatever. That's what it
I put
is.
down, well, he likes all the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen. The first one I can handle.
Right.
Second one, ugh. The third one with Martin Short
I know.
is The Escape Clause. And that one
They were really pushing.
is just straight trash. Yeah. It's
I
like,
told the guys the other night we were watching that when it was on, and Kevin Pollak was on Bob and Tom. He goes on Bob and Tom.
He plays Cupid in them.
Yes, plays Cupid, and they were talking to him. I remember hearing it when it was that year it came out, and he's like, "So you're doing Santa Claus 3?" And he's like, "Oh, yep. Tim Allen needs a new boat."
yeah, exactly.
He hasn't made enough money.
Yeah, that one was, woo,
Oh,
boy.
it's so bad. But
That was
I
just-
will watch it.
Well, the second one's horrible because they get like the clone of him, and
Yeah.
But that's one thing when you got a young
to
child,
watch them all.
you got to watch them. You got to sit through some.
Yeah.
But he would always pick the first one if he's going to pick
Right.
one. He likes
Yeah.
them. Charlie's
it
Little.
was cute. It was good.
It's
Yeah.
fine, but man, I put that one down. Then I put down another Tim Allen classic, Christmas with the Cranks.
I have never watched that.
That's the only reason I was forced to watch it one time, in a setting, whatever, in a job setting. But it's like 5%, and I was just like, this is it is really bad.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis and him, right? She's
Yes,
the one, yeah,
she was
Dan
the-
Aykroyd's in it. And, yeah.
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 So that one's really, really bad. And I was also going to mention Jim Carrey Grinch just because I feel like this is what we talked about. It's like,
It's no bueno.
it's just a very dark kind of, and he's
too long.
He's weird,
They make-
yeah.
I mean, you take a cartoon, a teeny tiny book, and a cartoon, and try to stretch it into like a 2
Yeah.
hour and 45-minute movie. It's like, this is
Yes.
too much.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And again, they gave him some weird accent. Have you guys seen? I don't know if this one's good or bad. I liked it, but have you seen Bad Santa?
Yes.
I thought it was it was funny.
I
but
don't
I'm
think
like,
I've seen it.
it is nasty.
Does that have the one with the little boy who punches the?
Yes.
Is it Billy Bob Thornton?
It's a hard R.
Hard R. It's Billy
Yes.
Bob Thornton. No, yeah.
Yes. Lauren Graham's in it.
Okay.
The little feller from Me, Myself, and Irene and
Oh, yeah.
Friday, and
Yep.
he's in it. And yeah, it's funny.
Rated
But
R, but that may be the best dirty Christmas movie
Yeah.
they've made. I forgot about
because
that.
it gets pretty, that boy and everything. He feels,
Right.
that it's
When he's trying to teach him how to fight,
yeah.
maybe the greatest scene ever.
Bernie Mac's in it too, right? Didn't he? Or no? Or am I thinking of something?
If Bernie Mac's in there.
Unless my mind's getting messed up with Friday. But there's another. I thought there was another bad guy in it. Oh, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I saw
Well,
it.
I've
but-
never seen it, so we can watch that one too.
Well, it's
By ourselves,
Oh,
obviously.
you know, this made me think of Trading Places. Took place kind of.
Yeah.
Some Christmas
It's kinda
part,
Christmassy,
and it
uh-huh.
Made me
if you
think
consider
of,
that a Christmas movie, I'd pick that first. 'cause
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. Yeah, that's
that
one of
was
my
really
favorite
good.
movies.
When
I've
he's
ever
in that filthy Santa suit and he pulls that salmon out of it and he's like
Oh, yeah.
on the bus. It's like, God, rock bottom.
seen. It's an amazing movie.
Yep.
Speaking of, I like Jamie Lee Curtis's role in Trading Places more than
Cranks?
her role in Christmas with the Cranks.
Ooh, that's a
I'll say that. I'll go out on a limb and
I've
say
never seen Christmas with the Cranks, but I'll agree with that.
yes.
there was.
You might be right on
Well,
that
have you ever
one.
you've
Quite
seen
the
Trading
difference.
Places
Yes, with you one time.
one time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good.
Oh shit.
And it was great,
Eddie Murphy's just.
but only one time. But I would say it's probably a little bit better than Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas, he says Merry New Year when he's on the train.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna start a whole nother controversy.
That's a
What?
that's a
Like,
very that's
is
a
it or
very
isn't
quotable
it?
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be what you put on the social medias. Is it or isn't it?
Yeah.
A Christmas movie.
Well,
Good.
it's very quotable, and he's
Yeah, you quote that one
yeah.
definitely.
I'm trying to think anything else here.
Don't want to let it.
You got any other movies over there?
Not that we.
I figured you'd
not
name-
probably that we haven't talked about.
You do like Four Christmases, though.
I
figured.
do like Four Christmases.
Oh, I like Fred Claus too.
I like Fred
Yeah.
Claus too.
Those both got really bad reviews, but I
Favorite part of Fred Claus, little guy dances.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I love it. And he's not. I don't know what that guy's name is. He's super famous.
Oh,
yeah, he's
Yeah.
been in all
Yeah.
kinds of.
When he dances
He's
and when
the
he
one
tries
who's-
to pick up the bags, and he's just cute.
He's the one who.
I like that.
It's obvious he's wearing a rug because he's on that old Seinfeld with the one where Jerry's writing the bad checks and they cut in the cock.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Little Jerry
Yeah,
Seinfeld. That's
little-
him. That's him. He's bald back
Yeah.
then, and now he's
We
got
from
the
the
fake.
future.
Auburn with
Is
the
that guy from the
chestnut
future?
highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he from the future? He's like, well, they accused me of being George. I slugged the cops, so he's in jail for.
Yeah.
He's like, you already ate? It's like that's from yesterday.
Yeah, he's got a meatball stain on his shirt.
That's a really
That's
good
I was-
episode.
That's a good
I
episode.
was like
way
that. I
up
was like
there.
that for years after I started doing it. Just
Yeah, just depressed.
Yep. Just, yeah.
Goodness.
Well, yeah.
That was a good list of stuff.
I think so too.
I'm excited because I've got new stuff to watch.
The Ref, man, that's the main
Yeah,
one I
it's,
completely forgot
Ref,
about.
You'll
the
watch
new, the Ref, the new Christmas Story, and I've never seen Bad Santa. So.
Yeah. Bad Santa will have to be.
Yeah, you better.
Everybody's
After the
asleep.
kids
Everybody's
go to
asleep. I know, but we've got actual adult
Yeah. So should the
Christmas
rest.
The Ref
movies
is
we
too,
can
yeah.
watch.
Will too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, how's our weekend?
Yeah, little Stevie's eyes
Stevie
will
to
bug
bed
out a
and
little bit,
watch
so we
movies.
watch that.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else? It's just perfect timing.
Timed out
We're all good.
perfect.
Hopefully,
How that happens.
keep the rodents out of here. And
That's right.
I did right before we go though. I did that picture. I was telling Chad I got a new Cardinal picture in here that's like one of my favorite. I was looking for Jack Clark stuff, and Kitty, that's when he hit that homer in Game 6, and he's going around the bases real slow. That Dodgers outfielder's like looking down all.
Yeah, wrecked his day.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I liked how that poster came to because it's like an actual photo. It looks like.
I know.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's pretty
tape it
cool.
up very well, but
But I like it.
oh well. Yeah,
Just adding to the motif.
and I yeah. Oh yeah. There's Jim Leland getting the Hall of Fame right there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yep.
Reckon they'll have a pack of cigarettes on his. They should.
They should, yeah. Back when you could.
You can smoke in the dugout.
Did they really smoke? in the
Oh
dugout
yeah,
back
Jim
in the day?
Leland was
Tom,
big.
yeah.
He was a big.
Yep.
You can just look at him and he's got
Yeah.
that. He's got that look.
Yep. It ought to say Marlboro on the side of the shirt right here.
Sponsored by.
I'm not gonna pick a team. I'm gonna pick.
Pete, go
Marlboro
get me a
Reds.
pack of Pall Malls.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming in.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah. Listen back to this bad boy. Put it out later this evening, probably. Okay. Well, you want to do the sign off there, Mother?
Sure.
I gave you a compliment on the pod.
I'm just beaming.
I can tell. I
To
can
get
tell.
me through the week.
I can tell. It's good.
Early in the week.
I needed something.
Jeez.
Just the nudge I needed.
Hopefully get one
She's
around
gonna
Friday.
go. She's gonna go inside or outside and rearrange the Christmas decorations 6 times.
You
So
need
we
to
got-
stop. Stop. I'm done.
Yeah.
All right. That's that. God.